trusty.
Yeah, you kind of get going and then you hit a hard spot and it bucks you over. And
yeah, but it's still the best we got.
Yeah.
It's good. There's better stuff up here.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
They really zing when you're like, when you hold it open, man. How's the snow depth today?
Let me see.
Dive in there.
That's it. So it's up to my waist. So it's at about 3 feet.
Not deep.
Yeah. It's fun in here. We like our swamp. They offer a little bit more fun.
What happened?
I'm tired. That's all I got.
You can't slow down, eh? You gotta just go.
It's just chewed up too much now. Can't do something.
I'll show you how to do it, alright?
Okay. Hold on. Let me
Oh!
Okay.
I can't hang on to the throttle anymore.
I think that ski's angled down.
Oh yeah, that's
It just keeps burying itself.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I should be turning right instead of left.
I guess we could tell Dennis that we chewed the crap out of this.
Sorry, Dennis. There's nothing left here for you, mate. It's going to be rock hard in a few days.
Ride our ruts, baby.
Hey?
Ride our ruts.
Ride the rut.
Awesome day. I got a bruise in the back of my thigh. I don't know how, it was when I went over the bars the one time.
Got a few dings.
Got a few dings. We're not in shape for this. This
This
is
our real first ride of the year.
first ride of the year, mid-February, and yeah.
3 feet of snow, roughly, more and less, depending where you are, blown in or whatever.
And crust.
A little crust.
The usual crust. I want to show the lads what happened here. Oh yes.
You see the bendy?
There it is. That is it. So I did it. I bent an A arm. Now watch this. So if you go out and you think you can ride, now it doesn't do it, of course, but that's what happens. That ski goes down, and whenever you're trying to do something, it just grabs.
If you look at the spindle, it's straight up and down, right?
Yeah.
This here is straight up and down. You look on mine and it's...
Well, you can see, look, compared to the other one, it's just ridiculous. So, yeah, it really
sucks.
And it tows it in and throws a camber off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have blocked the beam. You whined about it.
Oh, I know. Well, with the turbo, I had the skis. No, I didn't need the old granny, old lady start.
I tell you, I like that electric start today.
I know, right? The elbows are tired. Don't wreck it! There you go. Oh, yeah. Got a turbo on it, you almost didn't make it up the darn thing. We put the Jaws pipe on it.
Sounds amazing.
The hydro guys could hear us for 100 miles. They all stopped what they were doing. You can see them up in the buckets
They're
watching.
all waving at us and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this sled is it just the power's like just hits the rev where it needs to be at 84, 85 RPM, and I was really off the throttle a lot of the time. Took a while to get used to the control. It's a lot more handlebar movement versus my rev. I could control it with my feet, kind of like a dirt bike.
Yeah, you just throw your hip into and you transfer the weight.
It's a little different, but I was getting the hang of it at the end. Sometimes I was putting weight maybe back here and getting the back end to carve, and you kind of really got to throw it over, and then it's there. It's a lot more. My back's going to be sore because it's a lot more input from your upper body.
Yeah.
Where my rev was more, I could kind of control it with my whole body more.
Yeah.
I found if you stood on my rev on this, right here on the running boards, it would dip in and turn. This one won't. I don't know if it's the distance between the ski and all the geometry of that, but
yeah,
it's definitely easy to maneuver.
So power-wise,
I'd probably compare it to your 827 as far as power. It gets there good. I never got my rev clutched quite right, and the RPMs are all over the place all the time depending on the conditions, but this thing today, I just punch it and it's there. The power is more than enough. The Jaws pipe definitely makes a big difference, but I don't know if it's just the noise more than anything, but it's nice to be able to hear it. But you can you get a better feel for the engine when you can hear it really well, I find. And I found a lot more throttle control as your friend more than just hammering it all the time. Because if you're hammering on the throttle, it wants to stand up, and you lose a lot of your control because it's standing up too much. So it floats well just having the right amount of throttle, and you can really control the sled.
It's got an uncoupled skid on it, right?
Yeah.
So all it wants to do is stand up.
Stand up.
When you pour the power to it.
At the same time, if you have the right RPM and you're not hammering it, it'll come down too, and you can kind of just find that sweet spot. The seat was great. We had an issue. We put the Velcro on too cold in the shop yesterday, and it didn't really stick, so I had to put a bungee on there too. But it's nice. Don't even know it's there really.
Actually, you don't, right?
Other than when you land on it and it's just not hard. So
yeah.
I found that other seat, the stock one, really hard too, as well as being high. So.
Yeah. And that's version 1.
Yeah, this is the first one, right? It's a little bit bigger, but I'll have to just bring that into my shop where it's a little warmer and get that stuck down properly. So.
It sort of worked its way in throughout the day.
How did you bend that air?
Well, I was going by a hydro, what do you call those? Like a snowcat, snow groomer.
Yeah, they'd plowed a lot of the access roads, right? Yeah. And we were hopping over rough terrain here and there.
Yeah, I got a picture of it. It's a video shot. It was just a chunk of dirt that they plowed when it was wet, frozen, or then it froze up, and it was just like a chunk of rock basically. So yeah, we did bend that. I mean, the big complaint about these sleds is these alloy A-arms, that they're all bending. Well, they're kind of sacrificial to any kind of sled, right? It should be, there has to be a link in here that's going to be sacrificial, so you don't bust the bulkhead or some major part of the sled. The spindle can crack, or this can give out. This is the best thing that can happen. It's better than, with our old A-arms on our revs, they'd just break sometimes, or something else would just give.
Yeah, the nun bends over.
The nun bends, and it's just a complete nightmare. I'm just looking at this spindle, and it's toast to the paint's coming off it. Actually,
bent. Yeah.
After I hit the first one, I hit 2 more times. pegged 2 more. So that's what really did it in. But my biggest pet peeve, it's not all that. That, you know, bending A-arms is part of our business here, or what we do. I bend them on the IQR, I bend them on the Rev. Anything we take out, we bend them. The biggest problem is the carbides on the runners.
Yeah.
It grabs and it just does not let go, and these sleds should not have runners on them.
Well, they should have just a piece of steel or something, not have carbides.
Yeah.
It's not very big. It's only maybe 2 inches on there, but it's a sharp point. And I know my garage floor has been skinned a few times just trying to slide the sled around and stuff. But
I'm gonna order up something from somebody that's just runners, and that's it. I don't care about turning on roads or in the driveway. I'll just lift up the back end and turn around. But I'm pretty sure that 90% of the A-arms that are bent don't need to be bent. Around in this area. In the mountains it's different. You know, you hit the tree, I mean, that's your biggest obstacle. But if you come in contact with a rock in this part of the region, you're bending an A-arm. That's it. Power-wise, well, it's phenomenal.
You're running the turbo on this one, right?
Yeah, it's the Boondocker Sidekick, and it's is it overkill? I don't know. The more power the better. That's what there were times where I used that power today, and it always seems like you never really have enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very happy with the power on mine. You know, for what we're doing today, I can't really imagine more. Like, you know, I didn't get to try your sled today, and then you broke it. So, but
honestly, it's the fun factor.
Yeah.
It's the standing the front end up.
You know, it's just that much more. Yeah, for sure.
You stand that front end up, and
it doesn't really make you a better rider, though.
It does not. No, it's like. You can take the richest guy in the world, and he can go and he can buy the coolest trophy truck, and he still can't win a race with it. No. The best trophy truck there is, and he can't win a race. I just want to do it because. Yeah. And I'm going to drag race it, but but there's so much power that when you stand this thing up, it'll just keep standing up and it'll just stay there. Yeah. You got to back off, and it's like what you're saying. You have to. You just need to feather it. And it'll do what you want. But awesome. This happened early on in the day, and I was like, I looked at it, and I didn't see anything, but it didn't feel good, and I kept on pulling on my elbow, and something wasn't right. That's what it was. After that, when that happens, it's done. Your day is done.
Yeah, it affects all your carving, and then you're thinking about it, and you know, you don't want it to break completely and then, you know, be stuck somewhere, so you kind of lollygagged it.
Well, whenever I would turn, that ski would just dip down.
You see all the abuse the skis take. These skis are brand new, and I don't know if you can really pick that up. Mine are pretty bad,
too. Yours are toast. They're all
just from side hilling and hitting rocks.
Today.
Yeah, that was just today.
Just today.
And I know mine are all chunked, and you know, we're at the basically. We had a little bit less snow when we were here last year, and it was just as bad, or you know, but. We need 4 feet of snow, and we're just not getting it.
You need 4 feet. But this area is now done.
But it was pretty good. I gotta say the conditions were better than.
Yeah. The only thing was that the crew, the hydro crew in there, they ruined that. They
well, it's their lives.
Well, it is. Well, they owe me. Hydro owes me an arm. I'm gonna send them the bill. Yeah. As far as riding that goes, yeah, completely different for me. I was trying to stand on the running board too long, put the weight on, like transfer the weight through the hip, and do one of those, and I still, you know, no. And then there's just the last part of the day, just fooling around on the hills. I just sort of took it easy and just played with the throttle a little bit. But power-wise, it's phenomenal, and just yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to drag race this thing. The only thing it's going to need is a suspension setup. It's not a drag racing suspension.
So,
it's not going to transfer the weight.
Transfer. No. Yeah, I haven't even looked at mine. I just ran out of time, but it actually was okay today. It's a little stiff, so.
Yeah, mine's stiff. There's not really much adjustment on it, so we're going to make some A-arm changes, suspension changes. You know, this whole bend here wasn't because I hit a stump or a rock or something that happened up here. It was because of an impact right there, and that's been done too. But it got me home. They always do. They always get home.
Let's go have a warm meal, and
that's it. Let's do it.
Go home. Giddy up.
Yeah!
Nice, safe.
Yeah, that's where it's gotta stay. I'll turn your key off.
I definitely hit a few branches today. You can see all the carnage on here. There's a few dings and dents. Man, we hit a lot of stuff. You can see my ski. There's a big bend in it right here, and it's chewed this side. Yeah.
I fell off my snowmobile.
Once or twice?
I think I blew off it 5 times.
No, I would say it's more like 8.
More like 8? I don't know. I have the video.
At least. I'm up there too. There's a crust today, and it kind of gets over on you sometimes, and you gotta jump off, or you're gonna bury the sled, and you're gonna be stuck for hours. So, yeah.
What do you think of the clutching on it? What do you think of the? Do you notice the back shifting? Like it's pretty intense. Like it's good, right?
It's perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
No?
Like we changed it from the mountain weights. We put what are they, 70s in it?
Yep.
And I think I don't know. I think the spring's still the mountain spring, and we put a shim from Jaws to adjust for his pipe. But no, I'm right on 85, 86 the odd time, 84. But you hammer it and it's right there.
I put more weight on mine today.
What did you?
It's 85-50, wide open on the kind of flats.
Yeah.
So if I load up the track, it's down to about 84 in there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of weight out